everyone, this is Claudia with Ceramica Paint Studio in Stoneham. This is a little tutorial to paint our holiday gnome. This is the big guy. It's actually, I believe, I want to say it's about 13 inches. It's probably the same height, if not a little taller than the medium-sized tree. So it's a nice piece to have for the holidays. These gnomes are actually no longer available. We only did a pre-order back in August, so you're lucky if you got your pre-order. We may have a couple that we ordered for the studio that we're willing to part with. So if you have somebody that just absolutely loves gnomes, have them come our way. We'll probably have one or two available. Anyway, the first thing we're going to do is clean him up. A sponge and a little bit of water, just make sure there's absolutely no dust on him. I already did this. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to paint the tree first. And this tree is going to be the same glaze that we use for our Christmas tree. So it's that green, like classical green, the classical green glaze that we use. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2 solid coats. Let's take a look at it and see what it looks like. We'll do a 3rd coat just to make sure we catch anything that might not been caught the first 2 rounds. Okay, so here we go. All right, friends. I'm done with my first coat. It took a little longer than expected, so make sure you block maybe a couple of hours to do this project, just because it is a big guy. Let's see. The challenges I found was doing the bottom part of this piece. You do wanna obviously start from the top and maybe do this little part first so that it's dry, and then you can hold on to it and tip it over and then work on the bottom. Now you want to be really careful not to touch the little gnome. So don't touch the nose, the ear, the back of his coat. If you do happen to touch it, just make sure you grab a clean brush, put a little bit of water, and just kind of smooth it out with the brush. Clean it up, smooth out some more, and that's a great way to make sure you have really clean edges. Okay, this is a great tip. The other thing is, if you happen to have a Lazy Susan like this one, this is a really big help because you don't have to touch it and you can just be working on it and turning it. Also, something I like to do is I like to make a little mark here, so that I know when I went all the way around that I've done my first coat and I'm ready to do the 2nd coat. This paint glaze actually is water based, so you can just clean it up with water and sponge. It comes right off your clothes, your table, anything that it has contact with, it'll come right off. So you shouldn't have to worry about getting messy if you're a messy painter like I am. Anyway, I'm off to my 2nd coat. Let's see how it goes. Okay, everyone. I did end up doing a 3rd coat, a full coat, just because I didn't want it to have, I want it to be nice and even. The tip about doing a 2nd and 3rd coat is that you need to have enough place in your brush in order for the brush to just slide over. You want the brush to slide over, otherwise you're going to be removing the paint that you already have on your gnome. So you want it. One tip is make sure it's dry before you do the following coat, and make sure you have enough glaze on your brush so it slides over. But it's looking pretty good. And again, it takes that 2nd and 3rd coat takes quite a while to dry out. Maybe I'm gonna say about 10 minutes to dry out. So now I am going to be working on the little nose. I have 46. I forget what color 46 is, but it's just like a little skin tone. When you get your glazes, they're going to be marked. I'll make sure I put the name on it so you know what the shade is, but 46 is the one for the nose. 48 is the white, and that's what we're going to use for the beard. So off we go. Here we go with the nose. All right, my nose is done. Here's that little nose. It looks pretty white, but it is off-white. Actually, I'm gonna grab 46 to show you exactly what that looks like. So it's called the Naked Truth, and this is the color that it is. I'm not sure if you can see it. So it is, it's not very, very dark. It's a little off-white. I kind of like it. The next thing I'm going to do, I did 3 coats for the nose, 3 solid coats for the nose. And the next thing I'm gonna work on is the coat. So number 2 is gonna be the coat. It's gonna be this red. Can't tell the camera. Okay. Now my tip is for to paint where the colors meet first. So I'm going to go right up against that green that we put down, which I know it doesn't look green. It looks brown, but that's that glass green from the trees. Just going to go around and do that first. So if you can tell, this is what I'm doing. It's almost like an outline. I do that all around, so then I'm not gonna worry about it. And then when I'm done doing the first coat, it's gonna be dry enough to do the second coat. So that is my trick. Obviously, if you've done this before and there's another options that works best for you, you need to go with that. So I'm just going to show you my first coat, and then I'm going to go in and do a second and third coat of my edges. But I won't bore you guys by doing that. I'll know that you guys know exactly what you're doing. Okay, so as you can tell, I just did the edges on red first. I'm gonna go back, do a second and a third coat, and then I'm gonna cover the whole back, okay? All right, so I am done with my coat. 3 coats, nice solid coats, nice and thick. So now I am going to work on the beard, and I'm gonna do the same trick I did with the coat, where I'm going to paint all on the edges first, 3 coats before doing the center. And that just gives me a little bit of peace of mind that I'm not going to hit something I'm not supposed to hit. So again, go all the way around, paint the white 3 times, and then you're going to paint the full beard. Actually, put this beard, the white, twice first. I have a trick that you might want to try out after the second coat, okay? All right, so I am done with my 3 coats of white for the beard. And now I'm gonna put a little gray on it. So you have your white and your black. And what you're going to do is put a little bit of black. If you have a little bowl or anything, I mean, I know we have these, but at home, I mean at the studio, but if you just have any little dish, that will work. I just have like a drop of black on a little bit of white, and this all depends how dark you want that gray to be. Like I'm gonna start out pretty light, And then if I want it darker, I will add more black. You don't even have to do this. If you decide that this is a little too intimidating for you, it is for me sometimes, so I completely understand. But if you want to try it out, this is kind of like a cool trick. So I have the gray. This is the shade that I ended up mixing. I didn't mix a lot. And now I'm gonna put it on the creases of the beard. So, and I'm gonna go from the bottom up, kind of like this. And before it dries out, you wanna grab some of the white and then pull the gray up, just like this. And again, the colors is just gonna depend how much of it you like. I don't want mine too gray, so I keep mixing in the white. And if this is not the thing for you, you can definitely skip it and not do it at all. I like the two tones and I like playing with color. So feeling pretty adventurous here. And you want to go from the bottom up, just so you have some tones at the bottom and it will fade up on the top. And you need, again, to have enough glaze so that your brush sliding over. So this is how mine is looking. Ooh, that was a little too much black. So I'm just gonna go back over with some of the white. Just like that. And I'm gonna put a little bit more gray over here. Again, it's just on the creases. And you can do as much of it or as little of it or none of it at all. It's all personal. So it's completely up to you. So now that I have that, I just kind of go in with the white and I start mixing it up, because I don't want those thick creases. I want it to be tone. So my suggestion to you is to start out pretty light on the gray if you are going to do it, and make it darker as you move along. Just because you can always go darker, you can never go lighter unless you start over again, which would be a lot of work. I'm really liking how this little guy is coming out. So this is pretty much my fourth coat of white, just because I'm adding that gray and I really want it to mix in nicely with the white. And if you notice, I started putting just plain white at the top and just kind of dragging that gray down. And I really like the way it's darker at the bottom and then it gets lighter as you go up. I like that look. He's a handsome looking devil, this one. After this is done, the only thing left is his shoes. So we're gonna use that same black, obviously, that you have in your palette to do the shoes. I am pretty happy with this. just take a quick look and see if there's any place that you can even it out, or you want more white, or you want more gray. This is a good time to just take a good look and figure out where you want to make some adjustments. Really happy with them. This is what it looks like. And now I'm going to do his shoes. Same trick, do the edge first, and then once you're happy with the 3 coats on the edges of the where the colors meet, then you do 3 coats on that, and then you go back and do the whole foot. So you know what, I am going actually to clean, because I went over the shoe with the white, if you can see a little bit there, so I'm going to clean up that edge. And I know that black kind of covers over anything, but I do want that section clean before I'm just a little crazy like that. Just want that section to be completely, to not have any paint at all, so that I can put my black. Okay, I'm ready for my black. Do this side first. Grab enough paint so that it slides on your brush. Black is kind of intimidating just because he's so strong. You just need to just take your time. Again, this project has taken me probably a couple of hours, so if you need to plan your schedule accordingly. Okay, so this is what I did. So I go all around the edge. I'm gonna do that three coats on both, and then I'm gonna paint the center. All right, my friends, a long process, but it's finally done. So here it is, a little guy, my big guy. Did 3 coats on the shoes. Something I do want to mention is a couple of things. If you feel like any of these little holes for the lights is clogged up, make sure you clean it, maybe with like chopstick or something. You just want to go in there and make sure that those are not clogged up. And because I've been holding it from here this whole time in order to like turn it and pick it up and all that, you might want to do a little touch up. I can tell some of the paint came off right in here. So you just want to do a little touch up, make sure that everything is covered. Other than that, this is good to go. So excited, I can't wait to fire it. All the paints, whatever you have left over, we do try to recycle as much as possible. So if you have any paint left over, just pack it up, put the little covers on, return it to the studio along with any brushes you might have borrowed or anything else. Bring this guy up. We're going to glaze him. We're going to fire him, and he's going to be beautiful. And hopefully, I know you guys order it back in August, so you'll definitely have him back on time for the holidays. I can't wait to have these all posted up and have you share photos. He's really, really cute. Anyway, let me know if you guys have any questions at all. Shoot me an email, drop me a text, whatever. I'm available pretty much at any time. So let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, this is ready to go. I hope you enjoy it. And I will actually put all my tips at the beginning of the video, so that if you're, as you're painting, you're listening to the video, you don't miss the steps, you don't miss the tips, and you know them in advance. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.